Brianne Shulman with Get Your Fix Physical Therapy and Performance. I'm here to talk today about why those shin splints just won't go away. I know it often feels like you've done everything for them. You've done the shoe change and orthotics and stretching and rolling and icing and you name it, you've done it, and those shin splints won't go away. There is a reason for it. Don't worry. We can resolve this. You can resolve this. The thing with shin splints is, or any injury, but we're talking about shin splints here, is there is a cause for it. And until you actually address that cause, it's not going to go away. So all the things you're doing are essentially great to address symptoms, and they might be controlling it a little bit. But until you dive in and figure out like what at the core is causing those shin splints, they aren't going to go away for you. And like some injuries will just kind of fall away and go away. Shin splints typically aren't like that. Typically they stick around in a very painful way. So what are we talking about for like what to do for it? Essentially, it's going to depend on, like I said, that cause. And I do have another video up here on the actual causes of shin splints. Feel free to check that out and dive into it. But I'm just going to go briefly into it right now is depending on what area or what muscle is your painful one with the shin splints partly depends on how we treat it. And then the other thing that we have to remember is everything that your body's doing plays into if we have like how it functions. So there's a lot of interplay between the hip and the foot and ankle. So that can contribute to what's going on at your shin. And if all you're doing is addressing things at the shin, not looking up the chain anywhere, that could be one of the reasons you're not getting better. How you're running can contribute to your shin splints, meaning your running technique. Are you heel striking? Are you springing yourself off the ground? Like things like that can contribute to shin splints. And so once again, if you're just addressing the like specific tightness, the strength, the things like that in the foot, lower leg, and you're not looking big picture and seeing what might be happening with your body, that could be another reason they're sticking around. And then I'm always going to look at foot and ankle control as well. Like how controlled is that foot and ankle on the ground? Because if you're getting a lot of, we do want some pronation, but if you're getting some excessive overpronation or some sort of like weird rotation going on throughout that leg or that as it's on the ground, that can contribute to some of these issues as well. So we really need to dive into like what's going on to fully like get to your shin splints gone. And unless you take time to do that, most likely they are going to stick around like they are. So I highly encourage you to kind of dive into that and start to figure out what's going on. Feel free to search my channel for some more information. You can check out my website, getyourfixpt.com. I have a ton of information on there. And feel free to reach out to me directly. You can find my contact info on my website for any specific questions that you have.